Speedbird 232, right heading 235, and report localizer established runway 27 left, Speedbird 232.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today we'll be taking the lovely PMDG 737 across the world, and we're going to take the Fly Dubai airline today from Dubai and fly locally to one of the nearby airports. That will be Dammam. So across the world, sunny skies, and let's get started. So as usual, first of all, we're gonna set up the payload, and today we'll be doing 133.7, so a little bit heavy, almost out balance there. So we're gonna go fuel, and we'll be taking 14,400. And that is all good. So ground connections, I'm going to remove everything here. And my bad. So our airport today is going to be Oscar Mike Delta Bravo, and our gate is Foxtrot 2, which is kind of on the side. Destination airport Oscar Echo Delta Foxtrot. Our company route be that. Flight number Foxtrot Delta Bravo 865. Runway 30 left, hopefully. Next, we're gonna do some numbers. So 14.6, 0 fuel weight, we got that 133.7 or 6. Reserves, we'll take 3,000. Cost index is 30. And our cruising altitude today will be 360. Cruising wind will be 128 at 9 knots, so very calm August day. So next is transition altitude will be 1300. Execute N1 limit. Because of the temperature here, we're gonna do derated takeoff 1 and have the reduction reduced to 94.6, which is not bad. Flaps at 5, and we have the numbers 143, 144, 147. Next, I'm going to do acceleration height of 1,000 feet. Speed reduction is, thrust reduction is 1,000 AGL, and we are good here. So, I'm going to do next to our departure runways. We'll take 30 left, my bad, and we're gonna do MALF 2 Foxtrot. Gonna fix the enable 226 at detail, or 220, and we're gonna look at that once we are airborne. So when that is done, I'm gonna come back here, enter the numbers again. 143, 144, and 147. So our trim is at 4.82, almost there, and we're good to go. So flight detectors are on. We're gonna assume 6,000 feet initial altitude. Heading will be 300 or V2 147. And that's about it. So let's get some viewers going. So 115.3, or nearest en route VOR. We're gonna go 112.5 the other side. With that set, we're gonna go ahead and do our checklist. So if I can find it. So window heat is on, already done that. Pressurization mode is auto. Cruising level will be 360 today. Parking brake is set, engine start levers are cut off. Hydraulics can come on. Logo light can come on. So we can call for our pushback there and get going. So our jetway there is moving. We're gonna call for pushback. So we'll do Emirates. Straight pushback is fine. And we're gonna do the before start checklist. Flight deck door. Make sure that is closed. Fuel pumps are on. Fuel is 14.4. Passenger signs are on. MCB V2 147 heading 300, altitude 6,000. Takeoff speed is verified. CDU pre-flight completed, rudder and aileron trim free and 0. We're gonna do TA 5201. Anti-collision light should go on. Packs can come off, although it's a hot summer day, but that won't be long. So all engines are clear. We're gonna scroll to the engine page here. Start engine number 2. Start valve is open. Engine's rising up. %23 there. Fuel flow is coming up. Very sunny day, honestly. So we're gonna pay an extra attention to the AGT so we don't have to start the engine. So starter cut out. Start engine number 1. Start valve is open. Into rotation. And 23. Fuel flow. So this is honestly should be fine for our taxiway there.
Set parking brakes.
Set park and brake. Starter cut out any seconds now. Okay. So generators are on.
Unlocking gear.
Prop heat is on. Isolation valve to O2, packs or O2.
Bypass main removed.
APU can come off. Recall switch. Checked. We're waiting for that air conditioning lights. Okay, so we have, that is awesome, guys. So we have zone temp, caution light there.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
On the cabins. So let me pull out the non-normal checklist here and check what is that for. And I believe that is for the air conditioning that is having very hot temperatures there, and I don't blame it. It's almost 48 or 49 degrees Celsius. So zone temp. So the condition is 1, indicating a zone, duct overheat, flight deck temperature control is failed. So checklist, temperature selector, select a cooler temp. So we're gonna go cool there. So this prevents the trim air modulating valve from returning to an overheat condition. Sounds good. Turb reset switch. Awesome. So the zone temp light extinguish if the duct pressure has cooled below limits. So wow, that is awesome, guys. So our first on-camera failure there. This is always welcome. So we're gonna get back to our checklist there. Recall checked. Auto brake, RTO, engine, start levers, idle detent, flight controls. Full left, full right, neutral, full up, full down, neutral, rudder, full left, full right, neutral. Ground equipment is clear. So get the weather displayed here, terrain in there, and I'm gonna scroll in to see so taxi light coming on. Our pressure today is 997. A little bit lower than usual when I fly from Dubai. So park and brake released. Clear on the right, clear on the left. Let's get going. Okay. So it's not gonna be a long taxi to the runway. And it's still within the range of that 20 minutes that I have set on PFBX while planning this flight. So, and honestly, I don't know if we should take 30 right and instead, but that's okay. We're gonna enjoy the fly Tampa scenery here. So many Emirates flights there, and I'm sure all of them, or almost all of them, is the 777-300ER or the A380s. So flaps 5. But I mean that triple I mean, I was honestly amazed with that. This is my first failure on camera, so it's good to practice those unusual events and react based on the real life checklist. So that's, I think, the 777 just took off from 30 left. I mean, this is honestly one of the best sceneries that Fly Tampa have put. And it's an old scenery too, it's not the latest. But still looks good. It's very smooth. Transition to the global Orbix global textures very well. And I'm having some throttle issues where I cannot sync my both throttles at the same time. So I might look into that after this flight. So we're taking actually kilo 18 and we start doing kilo 7. So I'm at this point, I'm thinking that I should cut this video short a little bit and take you guys to the takeoff position there. So coming here is kilo 7. We still have a long way to go. So if I look to my flight plan here, it's only a 57 minutes flight, 54, but I don't think we're gonna cut it that short, honestly. So coming up is kilo, let me look to my iPad, kilo 9. Beautiful delivery for the Fly Dubai. K10, Kilo 10. Kilo 11. Kilo 12. Kilo 13 is coming up. And in front of us there is what I believe 777-300ER, just from that long. So in front of us here is I believe is the 777-300ER, just from that long airframe. And I might actually do another flight featuring the 777-300ER from PMDG on the prepared version 4. I mean, I know I have seen a friend or two that actually asks for it, so I might actually do it later on. So coming up, Kilo 15, if I'm not mistaken. So that guy is taken off. Coming up is Kilo 16, and this is our turn actually. So we're finally there. For takeoff, checklist flaps 5. Stabilizer trim is 4.87 units. And here he goes. So parking brake is set, nose throttle is armed, VNAV, LNAV, and we'll assume we have received our clearance. For takeoff 30 left, landing light is on. Start switches are continuous, strobes are on, TARA, and let's line up with the runway there.
Approaching 30 left. On runway 30 left.
Okay. So our switches, watch is there. Make sure everything is good to go. %. Stable. Thrust set. Maintaining that central line. 80 knots. Throttle hold.
V1.
Rotate.
V2.
Plus for 8 of a climb. So 1,000 feet acceleration height. Flaps can come up. Flaps 1. Flaps up. So autopilot on. After takeoff, checklist engine bleeds are on. Packs for auto, landing gear up and off. Flaps up, no light. We're gonna do 360. FMC light there. Check altitude target. I'm gonna go ahead and see that. So 36. My bad, guys. So by mistake, I took 360, so 3,600 feet there as our cruise altitude. So I'm gonna do that and get going. So it's good to actually have those small mistakes on camera there. That's a little bit a nerve-wracking feeling, but it's good to have a while on camera and deal with it exactly as the book says. So it's always good to have the air conditioning fail light there, the trip light. It was an awesome touch from PMDG. I mean, this is very good, guys. So we have done our part with that checklist and we have solved our problems and get going to our destination. So coming up 7,000 feet. Very beautiful Dubai there and the horizon. Very calm weather too. I mean, I almost expected some winds, but man, I was really mistaken. So if we go there, so wind is at 1 knot, guys. So here you guys have it, 1 knots of wind. So very calm weather. So here you guys have it. So we will get back once we are at our descent phase of this flight. So I'm gonna wait for the 10,000 feet here. So as promised, guys, we will get back into descent phase, so stay tuned. So welcome back, guys, again at the descent or approach phase of this flight. And the reason I actually selected this airport because it's have an ILS DME approach instead of the ILS approach that we usually use to do. So if we go to plan and step or way there, you can see how it goes. Okay, so here you have it. So we're gonna fly that DME there and try to maintain that course. Of course, the aircraft is actually doing that for us, but we're gonna have a closer look today to what an ILS DME approach is. So I figured that will be a very good thing to do while we are approaching this airport. So as far as the numbers goes, we're doing, honestly, we are on time. So the numbers here have us at 54 minutes and we're doing 57. So that is awesome. For the fuel, we should arrive with 8,000 or 7.9 thousand pound of fuel. I have my numbers here at 8.4. So a little bit difference there, it's not that much. So as I said, we are approaching our VOR DME station there. And let me pull the position there. So we are 0906 to that DME. My bad. So we're gonna fly straight into it. Then we're gonna go 220 and maintain the arc. So it's gonna be a 7 miles DME arc. So although we are not flying this arc manually, we're just looking into how DME's approaches are. So final course would be 342. We are on top of that DME there. So we're gonna fly that line there. That is set to 220, and we're gonna maintain that 7 miles out DME arc. So 27 miles out until touchdown. So we're at 220 from the DME there. .5, and we're gonna have 3,000 feet to final there. A little bit of speed break there. So we're gonna start our turn here. 5.1. 5.2, 5.4, 0.6, and that is our 6.1. So we're gonna try to get back to that 6 miles out. And I mean, honestly, I can go ahead and select my heading and maintain that 6 miles out manually because of our speed there. So I'm gonna go ahead and select heading, and we're doing this manually today, guys. So this is gonna be 342 once we are established. I'm gonna arm the approach, trying to get back to that 6 miles DME arc there. The reason why we are overshot it, or the aircraft actually overshot it, it's the way that PMDG actually simulated this, and we kind of took a steep turn and a steep descent, so that almost had us way above our altitude there. So VR lock, we captured our localizer there. So our missed approach altitude will be over 2000 for the missed approach for the glide slope. So we're 12 miles out. I should start with flaps 1. Arm the speed brake, probably. We need a little bit of drag there. Flaps 2. So flaps 5. So we have the runway on the side there. So 25 knots headwind. Flaps 15. And gear down. Flaps 25 and flaps 30. Speed brake is armed. Auto throttle is off. Glide slope is alive. Speed brake, landing checklist, speed brake is armed, landing gear down, flaps 30. That was 40 there. My flap lever is not really liking me today. So flaps 30 and landing checklist completed. Lights are on. Search process is on continuous. 108.9er on the first officer nav panel there. So we're almost at 3 miles out from our runway there. 1,000 feet, autopilot disconnect. I have controls.
Approaching 3, 4, left.
So that is some serious headwind there, guys.
Approaching minimums.
So continue.
100 minimums. 50, 30, 20, 10.
Thrusters are green. Turning that central line. 80 knots manual braking. And there you guys have it. So that was a little bit intense doing the ILS DME arc there with some steep descent from the VNAV there, but all went very well. So 57 minutes on the mark, very good, not bad at all. And we should be taking the next. I mean, nothing is here, honestly. So it really doesn't matter which speed turn we're taking. So if you can come online. Our lights can come off, taxi light is on, strobes can come off, and ATC panel can come TA.
TCAS test.
That's a TCAS test, damn it. Okay, so that was the TCAS test. And we have some Emirates aircrafts there. That was cool to watch. So there you guys have it. Full flight from across the world in a very sunny day from Dubai to Dammam. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe, and hope to see you in the next video, guys. Take care.